Hi, and welcome to Now Cooking Carol's Kitchen. I'm going to do a pork belly, which is very easy to make, and it's just a very few ingredients. I've got olive oil, fennel seed, salt and pepper, and if you want to use some of your own special seasoning sauce, feel free to. And then also you got the rosemary garlic you could use. Again, it's optional. But first thing you have to do, this is about a 3-pound pork belly. I took this out of the freezer, thawed it out, and I let it sit overnight in the refrigerator because you want the fatty part of the meat to really dry out. This is what's going to give you the crispiness of the pork belly, and that's what makes it so good is you get the juicy of the pork meat and then the crispy of the skin. So let me show you how we're going to do this. First of all, we're going to flip, we're going to make sure it's really, really dry. And this is, can't get any drier. Now flip it over, and what we're going to do is put your olive oil, and that's about 2 tablespoons, and kind of like massage it in really good. Like the way you want to have a massage with oil, you just want to get it in there. Okay. Now I'm going to put some black pepper, and the olive oil also helps it from drying out, but also helps your seasoning to stick to it. Now I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt, and then about 1 teaspoon of fennel. And this is a fennel powder, sorry. I didn't have this, so I had to make my own. So I had the fennel seeds. I put it in my food processor until it's crummy, just like this. It's like a powder. That's what it is, it's powder. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some of my pork seasoning to it. Now, what you're going to do is you want to make with foil, like a little portable pan like this. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it over, put it back on here, and you want this to be snug. And we're going to cook this at 280 degrees for 1.5 hours. Then I'm going to pull this out of the oven and loosen the foil, let it cook for another hour. Now I'm going to put some more olive oil on it. And for the fat side, I'm going to just go ahead and just do a little bit of salt. Some pepper. And as you notice, I did not score my meat. Some people, they go ahead and they slice it diagonal and put little marks in it. I don't, because I want this to stay perfect and together so that all the juices will stay in together, and I want the juices to fall into the meat. I don't want my juices, if you cut them, or score they call it, the fat, then your juices will like bubble out. But I want the juices to stay right in here, and it's going to, with the flavors, the spices, and the fat's going to like marry together. So again, we're going to put this in the oven for 1.5 hours, and oven at 275 to 280 degrees. And 1.5 hours, we'll be right back. Okay, my pork belly has been cooking for the last hour and a half at 280 degrees. So now what we're going to do is take the foil and we're going to loosen it up. And I'm going to put it back in the oven for another hour. And then when the hour is up, we're going to take it back out of the oven. I'm going to jump up the temperature to 335 degrees, and we're going to cook it with no foil. Just put it back in the oven so it can finish cooking. Okay, I just took the pork belly out of the oven, and it is beautiful. Exactly the way I wanted it. The fat top of the meat, which is the skin, is nice and crispy, exactly the way we want it. Now remember, I had cooked this for 2 hours and a half. The first 2 hours was at 285 degrees. First hour of that time, I had the foil snugged around it. And after the hour, you loosen the foil, but you keep it back in the oven for 285 for another hour. Then the last 30 minutes, crank up your oven to 485 degrees. And yes, 485 degrees for 30 minutes. Now I wanted mine a little darker, so I let it stay in for another 10 minutes. It's your preference. So what really goes with this also is any kind of sauce you like. You can make your own sauce. Now I do make my own sauce occasionally, but we go through it so fast. So I do buy different dipping sauce that you could dip the meat into it. So anyways, let's go ahead and cut this open and take a peek. Let's see. I can't wait. Why don't I start like right here? Oh my gosh. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna. I cannot wait to try this. Okay. Okay, here goes. I'll cut a few pieces because I want to try a different sauce. Mmm. Very good. Now, what you could do, you could shred the meat and then put it in a crock pot. Oh, I'm sorry, my cameraman wants a bite. So what do you think, cameraman? Delish. Mm. 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 Did you hear that crispiness? Just the way you want it, guys. No, we just went through another scare with a hurricane, and thank God it didn't go through like it did 2 years ago when we had Ian. I'm very grateful and thankful for my home and for everything that God provides for us. And I'm so thankful that I could sit here tonight and talk with you guys about our blessings. And we have so much to be thankful for. So tomorrow is Sunday. Think about God, go to church, and have a great day. And we'll see you next time. Toodaloo. Bye.